Hey everyone, it's Tuesday morning, February 10th, and welcome back to Capital Markets Quickie. I'm your host, Endrit Sella, here to break down yesterday's market action in just 2 minutes. Quick note before we dive in. Today's episode is brought to you by AMF Capital Asset Management Frankfurt. Learn more about our funds and strategies at amf-capital.de. Alright, let's get started. U.S. stocks pushed higher on Monday, extending the rebound after last week's turbulence. Investors seemed a bit more comfortable, even as another busy stretch of earnings and economic data kicked off. The Standard & Poor's 500 climbed around 0.5%, moving closer to a fresh record close. Tech stocks led the way, with the Nasdaq gaining about 1%, while the Dow managed to stay just above the flat line and closed above 50,000 for the second day in a row, a pretty big psychological milestone. Now, the big debate on Wall Street continues to be artificial intelligence and what it means for software companies. Shares of Monday.com dropped more than 20% after the company delivered revenue and profit guidance that came in below expectations. That move definitely rattled sentiment across parts of the software space. That said, other tech names bounced back nicely. Nvidia and Advanced Micro Devices both rose more than 3%, Oracle jumped close to 10%, and Microsoft added over 2%. Outside of equities, investors also kept a close eye on gold and Bitcoin. Gold prices moved back above $5,000 per ounce, while Bitcoin hovered near $70,000. Both assets were still stabilizing after a rough stretch last week, especially Bitcoin, which saw its sharpest daily drop in years. Looking ahead, markets stayed in wait-and-see mode. The focus now turns to the delayed January jobs report, expected tomorrow, along with inflation data later this week. Investors are watching closely for any fresh signs of cracks in the labor market. On the earnings side, results from ON Semiconductor came after the close yesterday, while later this week brings reports from Coca-Cola, McDonald's, and Cisco. Alright, that wraps up today's Capital Markets Quickie. Join me again tomorrow morning for more market updates. See you then.